I feel like I can provide good value, but also that I feel like they're doing good in the world. Like they're improving people's lives. And doing that has helped me to connect with some of the best people on the planet. But he shows it right before Christmas when everyone's in a good mood. The stock market goes up almost every single time. Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here, and I want to quickly talk about Doug Gordon. Doing a Doug Gordon course. Now, I believe I do all kinds of courses, Bob Proctor, all kinds of positive thinking courses, and I believe that particularly now, right now, we're in a very weird time right now. For a lot of people, their life has stopped for a year and a half. Kind of. Hopefully you're keep it going. Hopefully you're still pushing things forward. But right now is a good time to stop and reassess. And I think a lot of people are doing that right now. It's a great time to start doing some work on yourself. Start improving yourself. Start improving yourself for later on. For a lot of people, things have just kind of stopped a little bit. Become in stasis for a year and a half. It's a very interesting time. But I'm doing this Doug Gordon course, so I'm taking some of this time. I'm still pretty busy, but I'm taking some of this time to work on myself and improve myself. And part of this is this Doug Gordon course that I'm doing. Now, he said something that just jumped out to me. Just really jumped out to me. I just want to talk for 5 minutes about it. And he was saying that happy staff, and this is in his course. He was saying that happy staff are, and I can't remember the percentage, just go and take a look at his course if you want the exact percentage. I'm making a guess here. Happier staff are 35 times more productive, is what he says. And it's interesting because later on in the course as well, he's also talking about the stock market and how the stock market goes up and down. And he shows, and he has all the graphs and charts. You have to take a look at his stuff to see it. But he's all the graphs and charts and data. What he says is right before Christmas, when everyone is in a good mood. Hopefully before Christmas this year, we'll all be in a good mood again. But he shows it right before Christmas, when everyone's in a good mood. The stock market goes up almost every single time. Stock market goes up. And a lot of value is value in your mind. What you think is valuable. I'm looking at lots of altcoins at the moment. Bitcoin, it went down recently, but it goes up for the most part. Recently, it just went right down. AMP coin, and I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. It's just some stuff that I'm interested in. AMP coin, Chills, I think it's called Chills. It's this altcoin that they have for sports teams, so you can support your local sports team through cryptocurrency. Chills, it's going up. They've all gone down in the last week. Or last couple of days, all those altcoins have gone down. But they go down and up. But over the long term, they're all going up. And yes, not financial advice. All altcoins could go to zero. I'm not telling anybody to invest in altcoins. But it's interesting. They are only as valuable as people think they are. They're only as valuable as people think they are. They're going up and they're going down and they're going up. Depending on how valuable people think they are. That's the only reason. Now, it's also how much it gets used. That's why I like this AMP coin, because it's used for insurance for Bitcoin, which will be needed in the future to make transactions faster. And the Chills coin, people do want to support their sports teams, and this gives them an opportunity to do it. I think there will be a lot of uses for these coins in the future. But they're only as valuable as people feel they are. It's the feeling. When you have a feeling, it makes something valuable. There's no inherent value in all this stuff. It's how you feel about it. And it's exactly what Doug talks about with the stock market's going up right before Christmas. Now, people are buying stuff at Christmas for sure. But it shows that a lot of this stuff just happens when it's based on how you feel, how valuable something feels. So feeling good now has an inherent value. It puts value into everything around you if you just feel good. And just from his course, I can see he's saying, and he's right, that happier staff, and this doesn't mean that just do everything to make your staff happy or whatever, but happier staff with a purpose, and purpose is really, really important, that they have a purpose, that they feel like they're doing good in the world. I've worked in a whole bunch of different places, and I only work now I only work in places. In the past you take what job you can, but now you have a bit more choice, so I only work in places where I feel like I can provide good value, but also that I feel like they're doing good in the world, like they're improving people's lives. And doing that has helped me to connect with some of the best people on the planet. But it's really interesting. Just listen to this course, and he's saying that if you're happy in your work and you feel like you have a purpose, you are a lot more productive. You do a lot more. You get a lot more done just because you feel you have a purpose. So I'm going through this course. It's really, really good. It's just a great time. I think it's a great time right now to work on yourself and to find these great people. Doug, Bob Proctor, whatever. There's lots of people out there. And very quickly, I'll just mention my biases. I know Doug. I like him. I think he's a good guy. He tells a great story about he was rushed into hospital. He was in a high pressure job in the financial industry. He was rushed into the hospital after the crazy crash that happened a long time ago, and 2008, 2010, whatever, the crash that happened. He was rushed into hospital and he died. He died temporarily. And he had an after, I don't know if you call them near-death experiences or after-death experiences. I want to call them after-death experiences because these people, as far as I can see, I've never experienced it, but as far as I can see, these people actually died. So he died. He was dead. Now maybe for a few seconds, I don't know how long it was, but he was dead. And he talks about, I won't talk about it now because he's got loads of videos on YouTube. You can hear the story yourself or just do the course. But he talks about his experience after he died, which I am just fascinated. I'm fascinated by this I'm going to call it after death. I'm fascinated by these after death experiences and how it changes the way a person feels about their purpose and what they should do on this earth. And I'm fascinated by people who work really hard in order to make this world a better place, to improve the world. I believe Doug is one of these kind of people who wants to improve the world and make the world a better place. And I'm fascinated by these people. I think they're great people. So, just want to take you quickly through Doug's course. That just jumped out at me. If you're happier and you feel like you have a purpose and you're doing good in this world, you're just more productive. You're more productive, and we're all you may be at a point already, or everyone's going to get to a point where they're not going to get told to work. You're not going to get told to work. You need to feel a purpose in your job. You need to feel happy and have a purpose in order to do great work. And there's nothing in this world more satisfying than knowing that you are doing great work that's helping people. So it's been Alan here. I quickly want to talk about Doug Gordon and his course. I believe I don't have it's not affiliate link or anything like that, but if I find a link to the course, I'll put it in the description so you can take a look for yourself.